Like many women, 32-year-old Brett Heyman kept a collection of glittering trinkets tucked away in a corner of her closet, some that were gifts from her husband or mother, others that she'd bought for herself. But after having children and launching a business, Miss Heyman found the dangling gemstone earrings and clanking bracelets no longer matched her boring uniform of jeans and a blazer. In a fit of therapeutic spring cleaning, Miss Heyman pared down her wardrobe, sorted through her unworn baubles, marched into a Manhattan estate jeweler and walked out with a 5-figure check. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. With the price of gold soaring nearly six-fold over the past decade to about $1,800 an ounce, consumers' feelings for the old family jewelry have changed. Too many women, grandmother's old cameo pin and formal set are looking less like cherished heirlooms and more like quasi-liquid assets. Some see a fusty, useless hand-me-down, others see financing for a new jewelry purchase. That is a big change from just a generation ago, when women didn't talk about selling jewelry, not even a seldom-worn cocktail ring. Cashing in baubles was considered gauche for a sign thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Of financial straits. The stigma seems to be fading, though, as more brand name companies replace the walk of shame to the local jeweler with a process that is personalized, yet fast and relatively painless. Circa Incorporated, launched in 2001, bills itself as the modern way to sell your fine jewelry. The company is a buyer with 10 locations around the world, with an 11th opening in Las Vegas later this year. But, unlike most estate jewelers, it isn't a seller. Circa says it resells to dealers that it declines to disclose. Working out of thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Private offices that feel more like residences than storefronts. Circa buyers make an offer on the spot for each piece sellers bring in the door, whether it's a broken 30-year-old gold bracelet or a Tiffany necklace with 5 carats of diamonds. Women make up 65% of its clientele, Circa says. Sometimes the seller is thinking of future heirs, who would find dollars easier to split up than a Victorian brooch and a pair of diamond cuffs. The company says its sweet spot is a transaction where it buys 3 pieces with a combined value of $10,000 to thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. $25,000. Mostly our clients are women over the age of 40 who inherited pieces or bought what is no longer in style, or their lifestyles don't match their collection, says Circa Vice President and co-founder Jeffrey Singer. A lot of people who bought gold pieces 20 years ago are getting more money now than they paid at retail then, he adds, something that can hardly be said for a pair of Louboutins. Some jewelry sellers are couples whose financial fortunes have improved and who now want to trade in their engagement ring for a bigger thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Stone. Others are cashing in a family heirloom to help finance a memorable vacation or a year of college tuition. There are a million reasons why people trade, says Andrew Fabricant, partner at New York City estate jeweler Andrew and Peter Fabricant, the 140-year-old Fifth Avenue firm. Maybe they don't want to cash out the bank account or sell stocks, but they have an asset that's been sitting in a vault for 40 years that can be turned into very nice money. At the market's high end, where the big stones are found, thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Prices have shown strong appreciation over the past decade, says Russell Shore, senior industry analyst at the Gemological Institute of America. But jewelry styles change. Princess Diana's sapphire engagement ring, out of vogue for a generation, is back after being photographed countless times on the finger of another royal bride. And there's been a very recent shift in taste toward fancy-shaped diamonds, such as Princess, Marquise, Pearl and other less traditional cuts, Mr. Shore says. 30 years ago, men bought life occasion jewelry made with high-quality stones for their girlfriends, wives or daughters. Then an avalanche of thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Smaller, lower-quality diamonds hit the market, and jewelry companies began selling trendy styles, like $100 diamond-encrusted heart necklaces and the tennis bracelets that were popular in the 1980s. As soon as diamond jewelry became something that could go in and out of style, Mr. Shore says, the taboo of selling the pieces back into the market was erased. Today, An estimated 30% of sales of diamond pieces fall into the category known as already worn, he says. In the years since the 2008 financial meltdown, more professional investors are putting money into estate jewelry. Thank you for trying Verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased, says Fiona Druckenmiller, an estate jeweler and former Wall Street executive, whose New York gallery is called FD. A few of them are uncomfortable having their money all in banks, Ms. Druckenmiller says. They've looked at art and real estate, and vintage jewelry is seen as part of the same asset class. A Silicon Valley-based merchant banker who spends thousands of dollars on Colombian emeralds and Cartier bracelets says he looks to invest in pieces that are beautiful and wearable, but he also knows their breakup value. When buying unbranded estate jewelry, he says, I estimate it's thank you for trying Verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Value only by the gold and diamond weight. I give Zippo consideration to current trends. On the other hand, he adds, branded jewelry appreciates more predictably than unbranded pieces. You're not going to melt down a Harry Winston, he says. Jewelry buyers pay top dollar for pieces incorporating gems sourced from closed mines, such as Golconda diamonds from India or Muso emeralds from Colombia, as well as for signed, numbered designer pieces with documentation. The supply is getting smaller and smaller, since houses like Cartier, Tiffany and Van Cleef & Arpels are buying up. Thank you for trying Verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. The best examples they can find to put in their museums, Ms. Druckenmiller says. Last year, Bulgari bought back almost all of their pieces at the Elizabeth Taylor jewelry auction at Christie's, increasing the value of pieces remaining in the market. Gus Davis, partner at Camilla Dietz Bergeron Limited, the Madison Avenue jeweler to New York's benefit circuit, says he sees women unloading important jewels every day. With the exception of wedding and engagement rings, he says, a woman no longer has to ask for her husband's permission to sell an important piece. A change in attitude compared. Thank you for trying Verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. With even just 3 or 4 years ago, a lot of what women sell are brooches. Brooches aren't worn anymore, even though we used to sell as many brooches as earrings, Mr. Davis says. If you're trading in 20 brooches for one amazing piece, he says, you don't have to explain yourself to anyone. It's not embarrassing at all. Miss Heyman, one of Ms. Druckenmiller's clients, once went on a shopping quest for Jackie O.-inspired gold wrist cuffs and ended up with a few pairs too many. Recently, she cleared out her closet. Thank you for trying Verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Dated handbags and clothes and decided to part with several of the unworn chunky cuffs in exchange for a jewelry credit to put toward a piece she will actually use. Jewelry doesn't show obvious wear the way clothing does, so it feels like a better investment, Ms. Heyman says. When it is apparent that she is no longer wearing a particular piece, Ms. Heyman says, she doesn't hesitate to sell. I think of that money as part of my wardrobe budget.